Didn't see you there. Welcome. Good to have you guys back. I'm Tom Crown, and you're tuning in to the #1 home of crypto ever in the universe, extending far out beyond YouTube, far out beyond Twitter, into the darkness that is space. You found us against all odds, and I welcome you here. It's a spicy day in the crypto world. Bitcoin taking a dip or a crash? The thought on everyone's mind, what comes next? I'll tell you, nobody knows. But we're going to do our best to answer that. We're going to take a look at the data that we can, and we're going to try to draw rational conclusions as to what to expect in the next few days ahead, and if this rally is truly over or just taking a breather. So here's what I need from you. Grab a brew, roll up, smash the like and subscribe. It's Friday, baby. It's time to get into some charts and chillin'. We're going to have a little bit different episode than usual. It was pretty dope to see so many people here in the pre-waiting lobby. I'm not sure where you came from, but it's good to have you. We're going to take a look at just, the briefest of news. And we're going to look at Bitcoin, some macro charts after that, like the dollar and a few Bitcoin charts you may never have looked at. Despite the sell-off that's going on or has happened overnight, there are a few that are still holding on to those gains, and we're definitely going to take a look at them just in a little bit here. Those would be Solana, CFX, FET, SEI, PYTH, Render, and I'm sure there's some more. If you guys have any spicy charts that we'll take a look at today, let me know, and we're going to take a look at them. It's going to be a little different because basically what I want to do is get through a really brief intro, and then I want to just engage with you guys. On days like today, we love technical analysis, we love charts, and there are times where they're really great guides that can help us succeed in this space. But there are times where charts aren't that helpful. When you see Bitcoin trending strongly, bullishly, TA doesn't tend to really stick as much as we would expect or saw in the bear market. Some of the best advice I can give anyone tuning in here today, from beginner to most advanced trader out there, is in previous crypto markets, in crypto bull markets, doing nothing has been one of the most successful strategies. Not only is it one of the most profitable, but it's also the easiest and, I would say, kindest to ourselves. It can get really easy to get wrapped up in the charts. Every candle, you're paying attention, you're waking up in the middle of the night, maybe you're not sleeping. None of these things are going to help you reach success in this cycle. And that's what I want for you on this channel. We've been live almost 5 years, and if you see in the corner, we're about to hit that 100,000 subscriber mark. We're going to have that subscriber counter up until we hit it. It's been a long journey, and my only goal is to help you guys succeed in this space because, let's face it, our friends and family, they don't understand what we're doing. My favorite story is to say my mother, when I started crypto, got really into it, probably like a lot of you guys are right now. I was watching every candle, I wasn't sleeping, and out of total concern and love, she said, "Tom, I'm worried about you. This crypto stuff, you're getting a little obsessed with it." And my mom is an angel. She's a saint. She said these things because she cares about me, not because she's a hater. And she thought truly that that was what I needed. I needed to divorce myself, take a break. Let's just say 8 years later, she doesn't say those things anymore. Now it's how lucky I am from everyone. But our friends don't get it. And so if I can help you guys succeed, maybe down the line, we'll have each other to be friends with. Because, man, it is rough to be in crypto and hold on to normal friendships. Anyway, there's a little Friday morning intro for you all. Let's take a look at some stuff. Some things and some stuffs. Just said, the gainers that we have, we've seen a few over the last 24 hours, maybe not getting the memo. Bitcoin and the rest of the market has sold off, and they don't seem to be paying attention. We see Jupe, an airdrop that I will admit, I never hide when I'm wrong. I don't delete tweets, whatever. I'm not embarrassed. An airdrop that I talked some crap on when it came out, but it wasn't specific to Jupe. It was just airdrops in general. Up to $1 here. We're going to take a look at that chart today, and maybe it will redeem itself in my eyes. We've got Conflux, a chart that I think we've only looked at once or twice on this channel, and I think we're going to have to maybe start paying a little more attention here. Up 10%. despite the total crypto market cap down about 5% today, showing relative strength against the rest of the market. Very nice. I forgot to say this really quick. By the way, join the Discord, discord.gg/TomCrown. Our community is wild in there 24/7. If you sign up with any of our partner links in the video description below, there's a bot in there that will grant you access to our VIP exclusive trade rooms. Doesn't cost you anything. All you have to do is sign up using one of our links. And shout out to LuxAlgo, the #1 indicator and scanner company in the universe. Our sponsor, LuxAlgo, great stuff. You're going to see me using them today. All right, back to the goodies. Solana up 8%, hitting $181. I tweeted just a few days ago, wild. Solana is heading to all-time highs, and it has not disappointed. Interesting enough, Solana also one I've talked smack about in the past, and haven't had as much smack to talk lately. SEI up 7%, hitting that 90-cent mark, still below its yearly high. I don't know what Marinade staked Solana is. I'm going to guess it's like the Ethereum Lido or whatever. I don't know. I'm probably not going to look at that chart. Maybe. What do you guys think? Should we chat? Let me know. Your opinions and your wants and desires matter today. I'm going to be reading the chat a lot more. Bullish Bradley, LuxAlgo rocks. Right on. PYTH Network, I have it pulled up, hitting 88 cents. I don't remember if that's its yearly high or not, but we'll take a look. We in general don't really look at exchange tokens, so no thanks, Leo. Render and AVAX definitely going to be on our radar today, and we're going to try to do our best to get a prediction or a projection as to what we're going to be looking for into not just the Q1 close in March, but the halving in April. And speaking of the halving, let's check in quick. 38 days, 20 hours, projected to be April 23rd. We need to all join hands, sing Kumbaya. We need to all summon our energy and send it directly towards the miners. We have to. It is of utmost importance that the halving occurs on April 20th. If it does not happen on 420, there may be dark things in our future. We need it for the memes, guys. We need 420. We need it. By the way, smash the likes. Let's get up to 420 likes today. That is our goal. We're going to get our blazing licenses for the weekend, and we're definitely going to need them. I have a feeling we're going to definitely need them. I looked through the news articles today and saw mostly bull, as expected. The only one that I actually wanted to cover with you guys at all is this: who is Mr. 100? Mysterious Bitcoin whale becomes the 14th biggest Bitcoin holder. Now, this news isn't something you should invest based on, but it is interesting, and you know me, I love anybody who's buying Bitcoin, and apparently this guy has been adding 100 Bitcoin, or girl, who knows, or country, almost every day since 2022 in November. I thought I was a bullish Chad. This guy has been stacking every single day since November 22. There's a bullish salute to you, my friend. That's wild. Mr. Whale has bought at least 1,000 Bitcoin in March. Oh, on March 15th, just March 15th. Okay. Which was roughly 50% of the total 1,900 Bitcoin bought by the 10 Bitcoin ETFs in that day. Let that sit with you for a minute. Michael Saylor, stacking Bitcoin. We have 9, 10 ETFs, stacking Bitcoin. We got Mr. Whale, who apparently will not be outdone by anyone else, who is now eating about half of what those ETFs are eating or buying up. That is so much buying pressure. It is insane. And it's also weird today, a lot of you might think it's weird, to see Bitcoin in the red despite all this buying. All this buying takes place off of exchange, OTC, basically wallet to wallet, for the easiest way to understand it. It isn't going through your Coinbase, your Binance. It's going from, let's say, me to you, if you are Mr. Whale and I'm OTC, not impacting the price directly, but every single purchase on OTC does have an indirect impact on the Bitcoin price. Might be a little counterintuitive, but as that supply is thinned out, remember, there's a finite amount of Bitcoin. OTC desks, we try to measure how much Bitcoin they have. It's kind of a frivolous game, but there's only a finite amount. And for this kind of buying pressure to continue, red candles don't really line up with that. This address has been continuously, like I said, receiving Bitcoin since November 22. We do not, what I do know, I don't know who said this. What I do know is that this is not one of the ETFs. That is obvious. ETFs do have public addresses to my knowledge, or they should. But I think really what we can say is we know this isn't an ETF because it started buying in 2022. Can't be an ETF. As much as we like to think ETFs behind the scenes, BlackRock, maybe they are buying and selling their own Bitcoin. But the ETF flows are from their clients, not from the ETF holders. They don't decide to buy it or sell it. They do it based on their clients' purchases and sells. Based on the size of the acquisitions, it could be a whale from Hong Kong. Sure, who cares? Who cares who it is, guys? This is why I like to go through a little bit of news with you guys every morning, just to get your minds in shape. To read or go through crypto news, you need to have a set of skills. And on the top of the list of that set of skills is skepticism. Doubt everything. When you get something like this with a wallet address and you can see it on the blockchain, this is some of the only verified information that you can, I would say, take seriously. Look at all these transactions. I guess these are just from the 13th and 14th. Holy crap. And a $2.2 billion gain. Look at them, just DCAing in. The real take, and the only reason that I shared this with you today, is that there are not just one, not just Sailor, not just you and me retail, not just the 9 ETFs, not just El Salvador, not just whatever. There are potentially billions of people that may look to stack Bitcoin into the future, and each one that does is going to continue to erode that supply, consume the daily new minted Bitcoin supply, and that's going to put upside pressure on the market. That means there's less available to be sold, which means less selling pressure and a more bullish trajectory that should come to Bitcoin. Put it that way. There it is. All right, got through that. That was quicker and faster than usual. Than I expected even. So I want to do it quick. I do want to see what you guys are feeling. ETFs have to disclose? I would assume so. I'm not going to claim to be an ETF expert, but it would be wild if they didn't have to disclose their holdings. Yeah, we got it. Wink, wink. We got your Bitcoin. Don't worry. Yeah, just don't even worry, man. Just chill. You'll be fine. You don't need to know where it is. You don't need to have any proof that we have it. All these billions of dollars going into it. Yeah, I would assume. Let me take a look just at the chart here. I did some homework before the stream so I could be prepared. And then we're going to get to the chat. This should only be, I'm going to try to make it like 5 minutes, right? Maybe 10, 5. Maybe 5, maybe 10. In the meantime, please, 99,540 subscribers. Let's get those numbers up. Let's at least make a dent in this 100K climb. For a long time, we have questioned if Bitcoin would beat us to 100,000. The odds are in our favor today, guys. They're in our favor. Still, it's been neck and neck for years, but it's in our favor. Let me smash out some Bitcoin TA, and let's get to the chat then. What you guys are experiencing and what you're looking at is going to be very important to me and to my analysis and kind of what I feel going forward and how I'm going to look at these charts. So please, I invite you all to share. And you know, we may have some new viewers, maybe even some new crypto people. I invite them to ask questions. Maybe we should do a little bit of Q&A. But let me get through this first. Looking at the corn, LuxAlgo giving us our first trend change signal. LuxAlgo, our sponsor, check them out. That we've had, man, this entire run, it really feels like. After the ETF, we had the same green trend turn to purple. This is giving us a sign that the trend is not holding as strongly, or maybe mixing it up, maybe changing. Doesn't guarantee reversal or anything, but it is an alert for me to keep my eyes peeled and stay on my toes. On the day, we have our sell signal, the first one since the ETF, literally the ETF. On the day, the ETF traded up to, yeah, it was like whatever, 50-ish. Let's see. Here I go. Not going to be keeping it short. 20%, 21% decline after the ETF approval on the 11th of January, down to 38K. We got the same signal. Here we are. We got it today. Now, I will say, we have 8 hours left in this candle. This signal, LuxAlgo does a great job of this. It's not for a free money machine, but it does a great job of kind of the binary up or down, buy or sell indicator. By the end of the day, this could change. So if we see a rally into the end of the day, and I would say above 71.3, this will go away. The trend will likely be intact, and it will close without this. So you need to wait for the candle closes to really take into consideration those signals. Let's just take a look really quick. 21-ish%, roughly the same that we saw on the ETF. That would bring us to 58.1. Is 58.1 a price that would scare you? It's not a price that would scare me, but it might be. It's irrelevant what I feel. I've been watching this crap for years. I'm not sure there is a price that would scare me, but that's not important. The market really isn't looking to shake out people like me. People like me aren't going to be shaken out. We've gone through it. People like a lot of the people in this chat right now, cheers to you. It's the new hands that get shaken. Let's see on the week, our first little bit of red. 2 days and 8 hours to go. Still too early to call it, but if we just look at the week, we can say, all right, last week's open, 63.1. Below 63.1, we have a bearish engulf on the week, and we might look for further downside into the next week. At the moment, this is not a beautiful candle. It's definitely a shooting star at this very moment. But we don't count candles till they're closed. That is a great way to get wrecked in trading constantly. Count candles before they're closed. But this candle, while not super bullish, looks exactly, at the moment, like 2 weeks ago. Back here, February 19th, as we rallied from 42 from the ETF sell-off up to 52.8, and we saw a minor pullback, and this is only a few percent here, 4 or 5%. So definitely bigger candle than back here, but at the moment, I don't know. It's not cause for concern. It's cause to pay attention, but it's not cause for concern, at least in my eyes. Where are we? Where are we? On the week, yep, boom. 69,000 flat is the weekly open. If you have a long you're not really feeling good about, 69,000 probably a good place to take profit. Moving back above there before the end of the week eliminates that shooting star candle, and things look probably exactly as they have, I don't know, the entire time. The entire time. Let's get rid of this actually. Okay. What I kind of find interesting is 63.1 sits very closely to the same price earlier this month that we saw the sell-off, right? So, sorry, I got a little mixed up in my words there. In March, this sell-off, I kind of thought yesterday would close like this, but it didn't. Yesterday closed bearish engulf. This did not. This left an open fair value gap down here. If you watch this channel, you'll see sometimes I'll do analysis just based on that, looking for a position, and they fill and hit as trades really consistently. I will show you guys the trades from last stream. We had one winner, one loser, 1-1, pretty good. But this is down at 63.8, and I think this creates a nice little zone to look for. If the dip is not over, and we have further dip, dip. At some point in this game long enough, you will get so into dip. So into dip, man. It's like the best times when you get a dip in a bull market. I would be looking for 63.8 to 63.1. I think this is an area of support that is likely to hold. A long taken from this position, likely to be successful. Even if it is only played like, maybe something like this. 63.8, stop, I don't know, take it just below 63, 62 and change. And target what? You can get a 3-1 just back to the weekly open in 69. So if you, nice 69. So if you expect further selling, this play, high probability in my opinion. For a 3-1 risk to reward, I think that the probability of it playing out is higher than 33%. If you understand risk to reward and the math behind it, you know what I'm saying. Nothing I say is financial advice, guys. Really quick, I just share my analysis. I'm just doing what I would do at home alone, but it's a little more friendly, a little more fun with company. So this is a play that I think if you expect further downside this weekend, keep an eye out for that. On the day, things are still looking pretty good. Let me quickly zoom down here. On the 12-hour, you can see again that same setup as on the day. You have a thick green, giggity, bodied candle, and we have not had a wick fill it yet. Now, it does not have to do this, but we do find that this is something that very consistently happens, not just in crypto, but also in Forex and stocks and other markets. As to why, I would say liquidity. It's a liquidity thing, engineering. But we're not going to get into that today. Too advanced. If you want to get more advanced content, check out the playlist on the channel page, the Tom Crown free trading course. It is the #1 crypto trading course on YouTube. Nobody offers videos like this for free. Check them out. We're putting them out every month. We have new ones. I hope you guys enjoy those. Leave comments and stuff. Hype them up. Share them out. 4 hour. Little change of market structure here. You know what? I'm actually going to employ a different LuxAlgo indicator. Love LuxAlgo. Because it's Friday and I'm tired. Let's do price action concepts to give us basically just the market structures that we could be looking for. We see a change of character down here on the 4 hour time frame. That makes sense. We do have a lower low. We are struggling to come back above it. Our live order block data gives us resistance roughly where we would expect it to be, right up here at our inefficiencies on this chart. 73.3. A little bit of disagreement here. I would like to have seen some of this down here. Some of these order block datas. That's okay. Does suggest that we have touched, wow, point of contention here. Half buys, half sells. Interesting. Interesting. 4 hour come back up. This doesn't look amazing. Doesn't look amazing, but I also don't see super bearishness. Without going super into this, I'm going to show you the trades from last stream. But something I do want to show you guys, and then we'll move on to other stuff, is this is the only thing that at all makes me a little uncomfortable on low time frames for Bitcoin. We saw this sell-off and a rally, and I was kind of bragging over the last few weeks of how great Bitcoin has responded to selling events. We've seen sell-offs like this wick, and they're instantly bought back up and pushed to higher highs, a sign of extreme bullishness. This right here was not really what I'd hoped for, and is not a sign of extreme bullishness, and maybe one of the first times we've seen this in months, I'll say. Bitcoin lost a low, made a typical move back up, and we have seen price action do this over and over and over again on the way up. Fall, move sideways, move to higher high. Rejecting here and moving lower, this was really the first time in my memory, doesn't mean it hasn't, but in my memory recently, where we have rejected and then not held our low and moved lower. So this is a sign of some bearish momentum. Some bearish momentum. Remember, markets always have sellers and always have buyers. You can't have markets with just one side. If there were no sellers, price could not go up. Sounds weird. If there's no buyers, price can't go down or up. Or you need both parties. They're always there to different degrees. This here could be worse. I would be a little more worried if we had more of a flagging formation. To me, this is starting to look a lot like the same thing we've seen day over day, week over week in this run, where we'll fall and start to paint an inverse head and shoulders. But this is the first time I've seen kind of a continuation of a downtrend in a while. And to just give you a piece of evidence of that, so I'm not talking out my butt, here you are. This was on the 5th when we hit 69K, fell. We then just moved back up. You could say, Tom, right here, maybe that happened, sure, but this would look something more, this would look more like this if it were to be what we're looking at here. We haven't had this in a while. So my ears are open, my eyes are open, I'm paying attention, but I'm not that concerned at the moment. Not that concerned. I'm going to turn my attention to the chat. You guys know I'm terrible at multitasking. But we have to own up. We have to show you the results from the trades placed in the last stream, or else I would just be as bad as all the other clowns out there pretending they know how to trade. Let me get rid of this. So our more scalp, quicker in and out position long from 72.4 to 73.1, filled within hours of the live stream, hit the TP, beautiful trade. That was a 3-to-1 risk to reward, looking for a 1% take profit versus a 0.3% stop loss. That's a beautiful trade. We placed this other one farther down, and I did have high hopes for it at 71.5, looking to then again take profit at 73.1. And as you can see, that did not play out. We got stopped. It's interesting, though. That's what stop losses are for. Not only do we close out of the position, but price continued farther to the downside. So that stop loss, even though it was a losing trade, well placed. Well placed. All right. Done. Done and done. And now it is time for the chat. I looked at really low time frames earlier. I didn't see anything that super stood out to me. Kind of just looks like the typical price action after you fall. Not much going on. I do have an alert below our low at 65.5. I should set one up here at 69.1. A break of 69.1 likely gonna signal that we will see a little bit more follow through today, maybe as high as 70, 69.8. Back to that 618, the golden Fibonacci retracement level. Great Fibonacci video in the playlist, by the way. 99,547. Did that number go down? Did we go down? I hope we didn't go down. No, we went up, but only 12. All right, we've had 12 new subscribers today. A little slow. I kind of expected that. Didn't really think it'd be super hyped today, but keep it up. Keep smashing it. Keep joining our crew, guys. I see Andrea Tabiyaoyong subscribed. Andrea, you're the best. Galway Granite, Mr. Coin, Marsario Blyden, Rafidi Tamisha. All subscribed during the live, and there was more. It just doesn't show me them all. Welcome, fam. Welcome. All right. So let me see. We have a poll going on the main chat. We have a vertical stream meant for mobile devices. If you're over there not on a mobile device, join us over on the main one. Navigate to the channel page. Click on the big stream with more viewers. But if you're on your phone, enjoy it over there. We have a poll. Has 430 votes. Is this a dip or a crash? 82% of us saying dip. I like that. I like that. Very bullish of us. That's what we usually are. 18% saying crash. I also enjoy that it isn't just totally one-sided. We do see about 1/5 of us having a little concern. I would wonder if the people that voted crash might be a little bit newer to the crypto investing. Maybe not. But I would speculate that's true. So let me see who's here. If you're here today, guys, I need you to put something in chat. Mike Bennett, I see you over there in the vertical stream. And Aiden, what's up? If you're here today, put something in the chat. It's Friday. Who here's grabbed a brew and rolled one up? I'll be doing that right after the live stream. I'll be joining you. You might as well join in Discord as well. I'll be chatting there later today. And I haven't decided. Should we have a patron night tonight? I could grab some brews and have a patron night. All right. We'll see. Time will tell. We'll vote on it. Let's see. What's up, Angelo? Arguments against Bad Baptist, Calzolialo, Carl Fisher, Coffeeholic. What's up, Coingecko? Good to see you, darling. Hope you took some profit. Crypto Wanderer, Dan, McCaleb, Daniel Lehman. What's up, brah? Donato, Cabrera, Doug, Faisal, Sakil, Fettuccine Genie. Great name, Fettuccine Genie. Give this guy a round of applause. Finding Frenzy, Gabe, Hendrick, Hiram, Ian, Mohammed, It Is What It Is, Jared Smith, Joe Potter, Japernicus, Q, what's up, Q Ikram, Lars Larson, casting some spells, are we? Oh, that's Magnus Larson. We have 2 Larsons. You guys brothers? Line Trash, Mary Beth, the best Beth, Mary Beth. What's up, Philly Skills? How you doing, man? How you doing? What's up, Matthew Smeed, Mikhail, Mitchell Cyberg, Nate. What's up, Nate? NBF Forum, Neil, Nicholas Arena, Nico Mock, Novocaine Obe, Ono Y2K, One with Nature, P. Pelosi, Pepe, Riker's Beard, Randy, Rigo, Rising Moon, Roro, Crypto, Samuel, Scotty Swings, Sean, can't say that one, Shahurkub, Jalib, sorry man, Silent 45 Auto, Sir Factant, Sin, Tattoos, and Bulldogs. Ooh, I'm getting my first tattoo at 100K, live streaming it, boys. Bitcoin said you got a little bit more time. Still looking for a tattoo artist. Token White Guy, what's up, man? V for Vendetta. Tillin, how you doing, Tillin? Venom Hex, always here. What a G. Wavy GS and Monkey. Great crew. The best crew. Yo, your A++ is so FD. This dip just tickles. This isn't even a dip. That ain't even a dip, boys. If you're new to crypto and you jumped in, I don't know, in the last month or week or whatever, I understand being freaked out. If you jumped into the ETFs or something and you've never been in crypto, I could understand that too. 11%. We were looking for 20%. We were looking for 20. Let me see. We're looking for 20% off the high, like below the all-time high. We didn't get it. We were looking for like a 40% retracement on the way up into this bull market. We didn't get it. This 11% dip. What is this, a dip for ants? This is an ant dip. Ant dip sounds disgusting, actually. Ant dip sounds really bad. Angelo, subscribe and like. Finally get him over the line. Let's go, Angelo. Let's go. We're going to get 100K. I was really pushing it because we were getting 800 subscribers a day somehow over like the last, I don't even know, month. And that slowed down. And I've come to terms with, I'm not even going to push it. At least how I was. We're going to get there. If we don't get there today, we'll get there Monday. We'll get there on the 𝐶HPOW day, Wednesday. By the way, 𝐶HPOW, FOMC, the biggest, most exciting, most data-packed, most GINA-approved FOMC. Tune in March 20th, 1 p.m. We're going to be covering it. This is the home of the FOMC. We invented streaming. The Federal Open Market Committee, interest rate decisions. We invented it. Go back and check the books. Go back and check the receipts, man. We invented it. We're going to be live on the 20th, and you all better be here. It's going to be a hell of a time. Hell of a time. Let me see. We will have the data this time. I know. We know. Last one was Luna. This is an ant dip. It is. If Bitcoin won't hit 100, at least we can. I love that. I love this energy. Hi, hope you're cool in this dip or crash. What's up, Vidura? How are you? Are you cool in this dip or crash? I was saying, I don't know, the last few months, I don't really feel anything right now as Bitcoin's going up. Certainly, I felt better than all of like 22, but I didn't feel euphoric. I didn't even really, I mean, I was excited, but I didn't feel that excited. Not like 2021. And that was on the way up. And now this dip, I feel equally nothing. I don't feel any kind of fear. It almost feels overdue, right? It almost makes me skeptical that's going to keep going down because it just seemed maybe too easy. Maybe, I don't know, something like that. Ooh. If you break our low 65.5 today, I didn't catch this earlier, 1618 extension sits right there at 63.8. I like that. I like that. More confluence. No fear. That's right, man. What up, Bad Baptist? This is the calm before the storm. It's so strange. You know what? Maybe I will give you guys, because it's Friday, kind of casual Friday. Maybe I'll give you guys some insight. Yeah, I'm going to give you some insight here. So obviously our channel is not representative of all of crypto. And we've looked at Google Trends a lot lately. And I've been bitching about it doesn't add up. YouTube has been at all-time high searches for crypto for like a year. Though, weirdly, none of the channels, none of even the biggest channels have not seen growth in that time. Weird. Then we look at Google web search for the same thing, cryptocurrency, and it looks a lot more like you would expect. I got off on a tangent there. But yeah, I was saying, it's not representative of all of crypto. Obviously, it's just our channel. 100,000 strong almost. But I'll give you guys this very exclusive insight here. I'll show you some of my analytics live. So this is what is crazy to me. Back here, this was, like you see, this is the 28th. So it's like March, what was it? March 4th. This is March 4th. This is March 6th. This is March 8th. Our channel saw some of the highest viewership it's ever seen. Ever. Especially in the live streams. We were hitting over like 50,000 views in a 24-hour period. And those were when we were hitting 800 subscribers, 900 subscribers every stream. More than we've ever seen on this channel. This is what I was looking for as we broke out of 69,000. We didn't get it. It's interesting that we've only seen it really for like 3 days. Now you can tell this is definitely an increase, right? This is definitely a trend up. Even the lows here have come up. But what's happening now? We've hit new all-time highs and that's slipped off. And if you look at, here in my Social Blade, this is public. You look at my Social Blade, you can see the receipts here. 900, 800, 800, 600, 300. Here we are. Wait, why does this say negative 100,000 views? Social Blade, you're on crack. Maybe it's because I unlisted stuff. I'll have to relist it. crap. I don't want that. I'll do that later. It's weird. Why was it so big on the 6th, 8th, and 10th? And then why did it start to just chill out and kind of become a ghost town? Let's see. March 4th was like, or 5th were the most exciting days. This was March 6th. It wasn't even a new all-time high day. March 8th we did. March 10th we didn't. And then what? Here on Monday, we had new all-time highs. Viewership on YouTube was ghostly. Here we are in a dip. And people probably think that when Bitcoin goes up, people pay attention. Or when Bitcoin goes down, or crypto, whatever. Whenever I say Bitcoin, guys, you can just think crypto if that fits your narrative better. Whenever it goes down, people tune in, right? It really is just volatility. And so we can look at volatility and we can compare it and maybe make some progress onto why things happen. Looking at the chart, we don't get that. That's getting weird, dude. March 8th, volatility. This is high. This is in the higher range, but was not anywhere near March 6th. Oh, March 6th was right here. This is why. So March 6th checks out. High volatility. It's not up or down. It's just volatility. High volatility on March 6th. That adds up. Well, volatility on March 8th. Not that high. Pretty median over the last few months. March 10th. Maybe this is why. No, this was still a big stream. Volatility was down. Here we are today. Volatility reaching back up to the top of these bands, to the top of this range. We got 750 viewers. I mean, that's great. That's more than we have had for a few. But what's happening? I can't explain it. I just cannot explain what is going on here. For this, we've been doing this 5 years live, and I've had such a good grasp over when people are going to be hyped and when they aren't. And all of the last month hasn't added up at all. It's very calm, dude. You're right. Nate says 100K, then 250K. It's all inevitable, babe. It's all inevitable. Your 5th live super stream. I love it. Tree Man. My bad, dude. I didn't see you over there. Tree Man gifting out some memberships. 5, 10. Tree Man. What's up, my bro? I don't really recognize the name. Are you a new viewer or a long-term viewer? That's solid AF. Your cat needs a tree, man. That's right. Just sharing some love. Thank you, dude. Today's a day for love. Today's definitely a day for love. It's Friday. It's a day for love. What a weird thing. None of it adds up. None of it. My total conclusion for it, though, is it's incredibly bullish. Incredibly. This isn't on the chart. This doesn't have anything to do with, like, you know, charts or levels or analysis. For comparison, if you look back to this time, December of 2020, back here, no hype. December of 2020, this is where it started to just blow up. Right after we broke the all-time high. Viewers, new viewers, everything just started pumping. This is the price action we got. Boom. Definitely peak viewership up here. Peak interest. But it started. Even back here, this is where like the Tesla stuff happened and the DOGE stuff happened with Elon. This was like super retail. Here we are, and there's just nobody. I mean, there was for a few days, and now they're gone? I do not understand. There is a possibility it has to do with YouTube. The way YouTube is serving views and channels and interests. That's possible. Or it could be something a little bit more nefarious. Could be a campaign against letting the hype run wild on Bitcoin. I don't know. You actually wrote something this week. Shouldn't you be shilling it? I didn't read it. I can't shill it until I read it. But you can check out crownanalysis.com, our #1 market economics finance blog. It's free. And I think we removed all the ads. So there aren't even ads. Let's go. LuxAlgo. Oh wow, I have a lot of tabs open. All right, close them up. Let me see. Donald Pump, what's up, man? You're the man. Are you the original Donald Pump? Because there used to be, I want to say like 3 or 4 years ago, a Donald Pump and a Donald Dump. Are you the OG? Or are you? It's okay if you're not, because those people have been gone for years, to my knowledge. I want to know. Happy and healthy, good stuff. Absolutely. Take care of yourselves, guys. Your wife's boyfriend liked and subscribed. Well, you tell him he's a sweetie, Anglo. He's a sweetie patootie. 100K, Crown B. Let's go. Let's do it. We got it. Elite Tom. What's up, Jay? Barry the Rave. It's 𝐿𝐺. Where's 𝐿𝐺? Don't there to incorrectly say that 𝐿𝐺 has appeared is a crime on this channel. You need to have a confirmed 𝐿𝐺 sighting. He was here the other day. I think it was before a live stream. I'm not sure if he kept chatting. I didn't see him chat anymore. But you know what the prophecy says when 𝐿𝐺 returns is Pump City. Panama City, bro. I mean, I do love Panama City. What's up, Steve? 10 pounds, not long left to buy Bitcoin. After this run, people only talk about sats. I wonder that. I wonder, Steve, I can't remember who I was talking to. Maybe it was Sean Mack from LuxAlgo. Maybe it was Jason Casper. I don't remember. Might have been Mitch Ray. I was talking to someone recently, and they were saying about just like, well, Bitcoin's at 70,000. That's such a number that, you know, is beyond what people can actually ever afford or ever obtain. And there's validity to that, of course.
Not long now left to buy Bitcoin. After this
Validity.
run, people will only talk about SATs.
It's still playing. Oh, Steve's, there it is. Love you, Steve. There's validity. But I'll tell you, straight up, since day zero of me getting into Bitcoin, I've heard the same thing. And Bitcoin was 3K. Do you think the average person can afford 3K? No. No. The average person can't afford 1K for magic internet money. I'll agree that 73 is like literally out of their reach in many measurements, many regards for the majority of this planet. But it's always been that way. When Bitcoin was $10, it was too expensive. Why would you spend $10 on nothing, right? That's how the view was. That's how the understanding was, like, of this magic internet money, these points. I don't think that's it. But they said, well, kind of like, what happens? And I said, the next thing to happen, and maybe this is when the retail really gets in, really FOMOs, I don't know, is when we all collectively stop calling 100 million sats a Bitcoin. When exchanges stop offering or saying 1 Bitcoin. When they stop showing 68,000 and instead start showing, where is it? I hope this isn't the other ticker. It might be. And instead start showing, oh yeah, do you want to buy Bitcoin? If you could buy Bitcoin right now, it only costs 0.00068 cents per unit. This is the same thing. At some point, this will happen. I guarantee it. At some point, exchanges, you and me talking, we're going to be referring to it in sats. Guarantee. There you go. People say, oh, I can't afford it. It's out of reach. Well, 0.00068 cents is in reach of everyone, even probably the poorest people in the world. It's the same thing. There's no difference. That's like saying I can't buy, I don't know, I can't afford $1, but I can only get them in increments of 1 million or something, right? Like, that doesn't make sense. It's just $1. $1 million is not different than just individually 1 million single bills. There's no benefit to having 1 million other than you have 1 million of them. There's no like bonus, right? It'll happen. You think, let me see. I see a good point, or at least part of it, but I can't read the whole thing. Christopher Stars. Run a test stream using Bitcoin for results. Okay. I think interest in Bitcoin is waned. Other channels say they see this. Absolutely. Well, it's maybe, I mean, I'll agree. Interest maybe has waned, or, I mean, throughout the bear market, of course. Retail, and I'm aware of this, very much looking at alts, and you can see it. You can see it. Every new person, they're talking about Solana or some meme coin on Solana or Floki or SHIB or Doge or whatever, right? That's understandable. They've made insane moves. A lot of them. I don't think that's going to be a forever trend, personally. But I'll also counter that with this. Bitcoin's ETF was approved on January 11th, and it is the most successful ETF in history with an assets under management I want to say is like 50 billion now. I haven't checked recently. It was like 40 something billion last time I checked. That is cause that retail would be interested. That money is coming from retail just indirectly through the ETF. I don't know. I'm not sure. It's an interesting question. And speaking of vaults, we're going to get into the alt charts. You're a good egg. Thank you, Jay. Hi, this is Korea. Okay. Welcome, Korea. Which Korea? Hopefully the South Korea. What's up, Nevos1? That's really funny. You're really funny, Softshell. GMM Ninja, how you doing, dude? I gotta refresh this. It says the OG word. Jupe, yeah, we'll look at Jupe. What's up, Dry Heave? Mr. Wickles. Vanguard announced they won't be doing a Bitcoin ETF because they don't think it's a long-term investment. I don't think anybody cares what Vanguard has to say about this now. It's like the delusion of bearhood, right? The delusion of perma-bearhood. Yelling at an all-time high and saying Bitcoin's going down. Who cares? It's delusion. It's delusion or it's ingenuine. Or it's like clickbaity, clout chasey. That's all. That's also possible. Long or short after retest? Man. Beginning of the episode, beginning of the stream, I did give little potential long if it does fill. At this moment, I wouldn't take any position right here. I started it with saying doing nothing is often the most successful thing to do. What's up, Nero the Viking? Looks like Bitcoin could be changing trend on the lower time frames. May have hit the bottom from now. I think that's very possible. I think that's very likely. Showed this earlier. It was like 69.7. Just back to the 618 even. You could almost see this happening. Then maybe you move down again. Something like that. I don't know. I don't know. We've seen most of the spice over the weekend and specifically Sundays, which is a change up from what we've seen over the last few years. It's interesting. Donald Pump with the $5 super chat. Pepe, gonna run being on Solana. I see big things. And you're the original D Pumps. Nice. Nice, dude. I remember you. Bet you didn't think I remembered you. I'm gonna have to do some research about this on Solana stuff. Aren't they just new coins being created with the same names on a different chain? I'd be very careful with that. Very careful with that. Let me real quick look at some macro things. I wanted to get into this earlier, but I got caught up. The dollar, we saw it fall. March 8th hit a nice little bottom. Markets have been taking a little bit of a breather since then, and we were looking for a retracement back to the dollar's previous support at 103.65, and that does seem to be what's happening. It's inching up there now, looking for that 0.5 retrace. A rejection from that level does send the dollar into some spooky territory, maybe as low as 101, and that starts to look a lot like a Head and Shoulders. I am so kind of lost as to what the dollar is doing. It has kind of spent its time like Bitcoin recently. In 2023, from January, I guess only to March. It's only 3 months. I thought that was longer. Really hasn't done much. Really just staying in a range, broadening that range out a little bit. And if we zoom out even more and look at it this way, dollar has been in the same range for about 440 days. That looks like a blow off top, fall. I think the dollar goes lower, but we'll see. Who knows? This is a chart I wanted to share with you. I said some interesting Bitcoin charts you maybe have never looked at. This is really relevant right now. This is Bitcoin's market cap. It's not Bitcoin's price. It's just its market cap, currently at 1.338 trillion. This is relevant today because there's another coin that is at its market cap all-time high, but it's not at a price all-time high. And this is something that I think a lot of new people probably should hear. Probably want to check into this. Here we are. Bitcoin above its all-time high in market cap. This week has backtested it. Actually, if we see Bitcoin's market cap, I guess that means price go lower. Then the weekly low here, close below the all-time high. That might be an ugly look, but we'll deal with that if we get there. What I was referring to is Solana. Did you see that intro into Solana? That beautiful transition. Solana currently at $181, and it's ripping. It seems to not have gotten the memo that the rest of the market has crashed a little bit today or dipped today. But Solana's doing something really interesting, and I've been seeing Reddit posts on this. So I'm going to share it with you so we can get a little more clarity. A little more understanding. We're going to pull up Solana's market cap. Now, remember, $181, the all-time high was $267. Solana is at an all-time high in market cap, but not an all-time high in its price. And this may be confusing to people because typically this doesn't happen. Typically. What has happened here is Solana has printed so many new coins, so much new supply over the last 851 days that even only at $181, it has a new all-time high in market cap. I would agree. A chart's a chart. And we broke the all-time high, so we would look for the 1618 extension. That would give us a really big number, 621 billion. But what I want to see is a convincing close above this high this month. In March, you get, actually, right now, I guess it's already falling back down. 80.96 billion, the all-time high, previous all-time high. Solana flirting with it right now. Actually, earlier in this hour, it was above its all-time high, and now it's back below. This doesn't look bad, I'm not going to lie. This kind of does look bullish, retesting the same resistance, weakening resistance each time it's tested, putting in higher lows. So this is bullish. What you might see or might expect, maybe something like this. It could happen over and over again. And as long as these lows keep coming up, probability is resting with continuing into price exploration to the highs. So there's kind of two takeaways here. One, is this bullish for Solana? I would say yes. I would argue it is. It is bullish. You broke your all-time high in market cap. That means there's more money right now in Solana than in November 2021. However, what we don't have, the other point is price isn't at an all-time high. And so if we just say, okay, it's exactly at the all-time high in market cap, and then we look for the difference, wow, really? And then we look for the difference in price to the all-time high, we see that's about 48%. What that suggests is that Solana, since November of 2021, has 48% more supply, circulating supply. Is that math right? That sounds right. That sounds right. That's something to be aware of. That is something to be aware of. In crypto, we talk about deflationary or at least inflation schedules and fixed inflation, whatever. There's a lot of inflation there. Someone else can do the homework. Tell me if I'm wrong. I'm not afraid. If I'm wrong on the 48%, I'm still right on this concept. A lot of new Solana has entered the market since the last all-time high, and that is the reason it's not at all-time high in price. We have been talking about it a lot. People want to look at it. They want to talk about it. They're investing in it. And hats off to them because this has been a great investment. I think Solana is going back to its all-time high in price. It's $267. I wouldn't be surprised to see it go higher. But there are things at play that I think if you're investing in this, you should be aware of. And that is, find out how much new supply there is every year. If it's 48%, that's really bad. That's like incredibly bad. I don't know. I don't have the numbers. There doesn't seem to be much in the way for Solana back to the all-time high on the week. There's very little resistance. You might say $200 exactly. I wouldn't, maybe I'll take that as a take profit target, but I wouldn't read into it. It's just a weekly level. The monthly gives us the go ahead. After 137, there was nothing in the way back to basically the all-time high closes. I think it's going there. Will the supply change impact what happens next? Your guess is as good as mine. A little bit alpha for you. We're going to look at CFX next. We're going to take a second. Because I saw more super chats. 99,565. Slow grind up today. That's okay. Kind of expected it after last stream. If you're out there and you're tuning in for the first time or not the first time, but you're just not subscribed yet, I would like to invite you to consider it. There are less than 500 people who will ever be able to say they subscribe to this channel under 100,000. And once we're at 1 million, that's going to be quite a flex. All it costs you is one click. Highly recommend you do it. Highly invite you to. If that's not for you for whatever reason, that's okay. I don't hold it against you. Maybe consider joining the Discord. Let me pull up these. So there's at least another super chat I missed. YouTube's been kind of a dick about these and has not been showing me. Let me refresh. There we go. Did I miss any? Crypto, cars, and coffee. Super chat $9.99. Nice. Meme coins always seem to front run the bull runs. It always is a rough word to use. But I get what you're saying. You're not wrong. Thoughts on whether they, Pepe, Bonk, etc., have another run in them? Or is it utility time? I'm not really a believer that utility has mattered much ever in this space, to be honest. Do they have another run in them? Probably. 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 Does that make them good investments? That's up to you. I can say this. I personally would not be touching the memes now. Especially, like, they're at all-time highs. You're playing what I dubbed the flying knife game. People talk about falling knives, catching falling knives when things go down. Well, we also catch flying knives when things are going up. We try to, like, order into them to try to catch the next top, and it's a dangerous game, and it will work in a bull run. It will work. It'll probably work more than once. But eventually, you'll get caught buying the top on something, and you give it all back to the market. If there's one thing that you focus on in trading, in crypto, in a bull run especially, if there's one thing that I would recommend focusing on to succeed, it is not giving your gains back. Do not give your gains back. If you enter a coin and you make your plan because you're smart and you watch this channel, you set your take profits. Even if they're all hit, you have your moon bag still. You still have some of it where if it goes to infinity, infinity times 1 is still infinity. You're still infinitely rich. People then, they can do that part of the plan, and then it comes back down and they want to buy in again because they think I'm going to double down. I'm going to sell it again. I'm going to make even more. It might work, but it won't work eventually, and it will take back all your gains at some point. So the one thing is preserved. Hold on to those gains. Do not chase something that you've taken profits on. Be a really attractive woman when it comes to negotiating with the market. You aren't chasing them. You're not doing nothing. The market comes to you, or tough luck market. You don't get my money. That's the winning mentality. It's the one thing I would suggest if you only can focus on one thing in this market to do. What's up, Brutal? Super chatting. IAG. Lagoon and thoughts. Lagoon and thoughts. Let me see. I've been pulling up people's coins on Coingecko to just kind of see if they're worth looking at before we look at them. But I will put that on my queue for the stream. We're not going to take a look at it quite yet. Not quite yet. I have it pulled up though. Where in the hell? $95 million market cap. It's a little low for us, but we'll probably be able to take a peek. We'll probably be able to look at it. Ooh, Coingecko gifted the membership. Thank you, Coingecko. Did I miss any super chats? I might have missed. Oh, Donald Pump, I missed one of yours, man. You're the man, Tom. You look happy and healthy. Good stuff. Thank you, man. There's something calming about this dip. You guys feel it? There's just something relaxing about it. It's been so tense. It's been so in your face. No time to breathe. And this little pit stop feels good. Don't chase tails. That's right. What's up, Sajors? Pang. Pang got spammed all over my Twitter. I don't trust stuff that does that. What's up, Tony Palmer? What indicator is that? There's not an indicator up right now, actually. There are no indicators on this chart at the moment. I don't know if you meant a different chart. Right now we have the Fibonacci. This is the Fibonacci tool. Clutch tool video on the channel page. The best one on YouTube. This is just a long position. It's not an indicator. And then we have these horizontal lines. That's it. We don't actually have any indicator on right now. Good question, though. You don't like the vertical feed on your phone. It kind of sucks. Can you change it? Victor Lopez, you can just go to the channel page, click on my face underneath the stream or whatever it is on mobile, and then you'll see the main live with the full screen. You just use that one. There you go. You'll get it. Can't escape the pickle. +1 Tom. Thank you, French Toaster. What's up, Ivan? You were here since the crash in May of 21. That's a long time. You did pretty good. Did good. Paul got timed out because he was spamming. He wanted to know about 𝐒𝐿𝐵 coin. Coingecko, you want to take that one? You want to field that one? You minted Bitcoin was 80 a piece. Oh man, you're still broke. Damn. One of your Coinbases are depressing. Dude, that's the story. That's the story. If you're in crypto Bitcoin long enough, like you get to the point where it's like, I would have been a millionaire by now if I had just done nothing. That's why I've been kind of rattling on about doing nothing. It's very successful. We're going to look at CFX next. We have FET pulled up, though FET has not moved since it hit our TP target. It'll probably be a quicker chart. SEI hasn't really done much either, but it's another coin that is not in the red today. PYTH. Ooh, PYTH did hit an all-time high 2 days ago. It does have a green day, but it hasn't put on any meaningful price action since then. Hasn't done anything terrible. Render. In price discovery, we've brought it up a lot. It does seem to be a slow mover in price discovery. It's interesting. It kind of makes me think maybe there's more history to Render, but I haven't been able to find it. Ethereum. There's always people who want to watch, always tune in, looking for that Ethereum. Ethereum really following Bitcoin here. Not a lot going on, but probably worth looking at as well. BNB is the major, the big cap that is doing things that are exciting, in my opinion. A lot of people excited about Sol, I understand that, but BNB, my BNB back to all-time high call like a week ago. I did not expect it to happen this fast. Well, it didn't break 691. Holy crap, BNB is making mega moves. And it's doing it under the radar. I've seen zero BNB hype. What's up with that? Why is there no BNB hype? People were hyped as hell on this coin back in 21 on the last cycle. Did all the Binance FUD, all the CZ FUD, did it really get to them? Never let the FUD get to you guys. Never. XRP, I'm sure people want to look at as well. There's always somebody who wants to look at XRP here. Doesn't have a green day. Did have an exciting wick, but right back into the triangle. Not a lot going on. ADA holding up well on this sell-off. I'm still expecting $1. Then likely a retest to maybe the 72, 75 cent area. Really just trading sideways though. A lot of sideways trading, a lot of breathing going on by the big caps. Higher lows look good on ADA though. Hasn't fallen, hasn't broken down. Still above its previous high. Not bad. Doge. Maybe this should just be a Dogecoin channel. I was the original Doge bull. I was bullish on Doge when no one was bullish on Doge. It's hard to believe it's all these years later, but it is what it is. 20 cents hit, pulling back, looking for that 14, that previous resistance, potentially looking for an entry, and it moved to 25 cents. 25 cents being the big final boss, in my opinion, for Doge. Breaking 25 cents brings it back to the all-time high in a quick manner, according to this analyst. Breaking the all-time high gives us a $4 target on Doge. $4 target. I'd be pretty happy with that. I don't have nearly as much Doge as I did. I sold the crap out of it in 21. I'm not buying back. I'm gonna be an attractive woman. You come to me, market, or you don't get my money. I'm not at all negotiating that, man. What's up, pest killers? Thanks for the 2. Yeah, I should have link up. Vet hit monthly resistance, coming on down, looking for an entry at 3.4 cents. Not a lot going on there either. I don't even know why I have Vet pulled up. Let me close this one. Close it. Sats we don't need up anymore. All right. We can take a look at CFX. Thoughts on Mara? 𝐂𝐴. Dot's going to $20. That's my opinion. Monkey, you can let people spam a little bit more. I guess he did spam a lot. Spam, I'm so undecided on now. If people will make it obnoxious, yeah, let's mute them or time them out. But spam also helps engagement, so I'm not really sure. Not really sure where to stand. If it's dangerous spam, then yeah. Never underestimate BNB. It was looking bad there for a while. So did Doge though, and they've kind of pulled themselves up. It was bad. Yeah, if it takes up the whole chat, absolutely, absolutely. Speaking of spam, maybe we should do a little spamming. Who wants to spam whatever coin they want to see? This is sanctioned spam. You're allowed to do it. We can put like a minute on the clock. Put the ticker in the chat you want to see. Put them in. Spam it up. Get the engagement going. While you're doing this, hit the like button if you haven't and subscribe. Now at 99,575 subscribers. Let's at least try to get to 996 today. Yo, Optical Art, my guy Steve, I see you. Don't think I didn't see you, my friend. Optical Art, a friend of this channel. What have you been doing? What are your videos? What have you been making? Bitcoin does top out? Question mark. Cut up 3 hours ago. Bitcoin top of bull market, bottom price if recession. Check out Optical Art. He's a good dude. He brings some balance to my bullishness. Good dude. Shout out to you. Shout out to you, Steve. BTC POKT link. I'll pull up link. We're going to look at CFX next, though. I'm going slow. I'm like crawling through these charts, man. Crawling through. Oh, link is beautiful. Beautiful. Guys, all of these sell-offs, like, this is a big if, but if these sell-offs have bottomed out and over the weekend we rally or into next week, into the end of March, whatever, these have been beautiful back tests for a lot of them. Those are the entries. Those would be the entries. It's a big if. I don't know the future. Neither does anyone else. Clore. What's Clore? Troy McClure. Hi, I'm Troy McClure, and this is Tom Crown's awful crypto stream. No, I'm just kidding. I see Ocean Doge. Comp. ICP Baby Bonk. You like spam? Good. Near. Adam. You know what? I should pull up Near, guys, because I feel like people ask for Near all the time, and for whatever reason, I don't have anything against it. I don't know anything about it. My brain just like filters it out. I don't know. Like every day people have asked, and I feel like I almost never look at it. $6 Near worked out. We're going to do CFX second, though. Or next. POKT link 1 PYR BTC. Right on, Jeremy. You're my man. Right on. Equilibrium. What is that? QNT Vanry. Boom. Litecoin. Obe. Don't you Litecoin me. Don't you Litecoin me. Link Myria. Dangerous spam. Ban him. Ban. He said dangerous spam. Just kidding, man. Shout out to you, Intune. Maug. I just spilled some of my energy drink on my mouse pad. Maybe these tissues will get it. Rip. I'm a bit of a mess. It's Friday. We need that 420 license. I need to roll one up. IQ50, AVAX, Mara. I have AVAX pulled up. Big Time. Is Big Time moving? I bought like $100 of Big Time, and it's like the only coin I bought that's not up. KDA did hit $2, I think, Crypto Junkie. Maybe. Crown 100K coin. Let's go. Let's go. All right. Let's slow the spamming down. It's 5. At the count of 5, we'll stop. 5, 4, 3. Slowing it down. 2. Getting slower. 1. Let's go back to the normal chat. Back to the normal chat. If you're tuned in, help that ticker. Help this number over here. 99,579,000. Let's get to 100K. Hit that button. Open up the video description. Sign up with one of our partners in the links and get VIP access in our Discord to our trade rooms. Lots of good value there. Costs you nothing to sign up with our sponsors for most of them. Do it. What's up, Family Life Studios? I see you. Convic, subscribed. Mystic Flowers, subscribed. Vex TV, subscribed. King Solomon, a king, subscribed to my channel today. Can you imagine? Boxels, subscribed. Her Optimus. That's an interesting name. Iled Lamine. A lot of good names. A lot of good names to come. They're coming. Purple D. Purple D with the donation. What D? Purple D. Perp P? Perp P. Purple Duck. Dude, it is not playing. Is it making a sound when people super chat? Because I'm not getting it. Thoughts on 𝐒𝐈𝐆𝐍? These tickers, man. I don't know how they keep coming up with names. How do they keep coming up with names? Beats me. Let me take a look. Let's see. We'll do CFX next. Someone super chatted for something called Iagon, IAG. Quick glance at it. It is a smaller market cap, 100 million. It has traded since, August of 21. So it has a little history. Maybe we can look at this then. Where is it traded? BitTrue. Not an exchange I've ever used or ever heard anything good about. Gate.io. I have not used it, but I think they're legit enough. I think they're like an Australian exchange. MinSwap, I don't know what that is. Wing Raiders, I don't know what that is. I will say, marks against it, it doesn't have a real exchange. Double marks against it. Wow. This is what I should definitely do when people ask for stuff that I've never heard of. Here's the thing. You guys will hear me say I don't want to talk about really small market cap things. The reason is me talking about them is enough to move the price. I know I'm not even that famous. I only have 100,000 subscribers. Not even that famous, but it is. And here you go. This is like definitive proof. If you ever want to do this, just go to Coingecko.com, go to the thing, go to whatever token, scroll down, go to markets. There are only 2 markets that have any market book depth. This doesn't mean the coin is bad or something, but what it does mean is if you were to market buy on Gate.io, the only real exchange that I even recognize on this list, you would only be able to sell $270 of this coin before you would move the price 2%, which would basically mean at current market price, you might be able to get a few bucks. If you had hit it big on this coin, you're up $1 million, and you went and sold it on Gate.io, you would probably get like a few $1,000s at most. You would not get $1 million. And that's the danger. It takes very little to move the price up 2%, only takes $176. That's dangerous. That's slippage. Slippage is loss in trading. So be careful. Be careful. The chart's interesting, but dude, with that 2%, I can't look at it. Maybe that's the new rule. Maybe it isn't really even to do with market cap. Maybe it's to do with the order book depth. Without liquidity, me like even charting them is really dangerous for our viewers. Wow, it's stinging my eye. Okay, sorry about that. 𝐒𝐴𝐬𝐬𝐿 is in a better position than whatever you looked at, DIAG, whatever. Same thing, 2% depth on this on Uniswap. Jeez, what is in my eye? That is burning. I'll try to just force through it. 48K depth, that is something. It's not the best liquidity. There may not be real or serious liquidity below that, but at least you could realistically take some profit and not move the price or not completely get wrecked by slippage. That's good stuff. Let me see. Unfortunately, Coingecko doesn't give this a market cap, and that's usually not a good sign. Typically not a good sign. This is only traded since it looks like the start of the year. It does have some interesting volume. Down 37% from its all-time high 4 days ago. And this is only paired with ETH. It's only paired with Ethereum. So that can make charts a little bit more confusing. 𝐒𝐴𝐬𝐬𝐿. Maybe I just click it. Okay, just click it. Oh, I don't want to do that. What I hate about these swap sites is you can never get a chart. It's just like, you just like put it in. It's like, if I want 1 Ethereum, how many do I get? That's like the worst way to do that. I'm not going to pull up a chart because it doesn't really seem like there will be any. But I appreciate you, Purple Duck. It's got better liquidity than the last one we looked at. It has gone up quite a bit. Since February, it was at let's show this. February was at 0.002 cents, traded as high as, wow, 7 cents. I would be very careful with this. I'd be very careful with that, man. 0.002 cents in February. 7, it looks like it actually went to like 8 cents in March. It's a 40x in like 2 weeks. Just be careful. Be careful, man. 410 more subs. Deploy. Deploy, lads. 10 more to get 99.6. Can we do that at least? I think we could do that at least. Octaspace. What's that? Doom and gloom. Octaspace. Never heard of it. Is it like an octopus-friendly hangout spot for octopus enthusiasts? Perhaps. Could be. I'm going to look at CFX. CFX is one of the few that are green today. Please loop ring. I haven't looked at loop ring in a bit. Or ZRX. Dude, I want to look at all of them. I wish I could do every chart every day for all of you. Clore. You said Clore again, Steve. I didn't check. I didn't see your other messages. Is that a ticker? Let me get through this one first. Wow. Whatever I have in my eye, get out. Smash the like button for me having something in my eye. It's good stuff. It's good stuff. You know what? I'll do that in a sec. I'm going to put this on here. Troy McClure. Troy McClure. Okay. All right. Clore. Got a little bit of depth. A little bit of depth. We can look at Clore then for Steve. But CFX first. Forgive me. Forgives. This is green on the day, apparently not getting the memo. And wow. Wow, that's spicy. That's a spicy chart. I got to double check to see if this is the whole thing. I have been bamboozled by like not having the whole history of a coin too many damn times. Okay, I did have the whole history. Cool. Cool, cool. This is a hell of a chart. On the monthly. Wow. Let's invert it and all of a sudden everyone will see what I'm talking about. Hell of a chart. Hell of a chart. Kind of a janky inverse head and shoulders going on here. That pattern not super important in my opinion. You got kind of left shoulder, head, right shoulder. It's janky. What is important? Right here. This is beautiful. We have seen coins like Stacks recently, STX, break out from something like this and not look back really. And pull that up for the comparison. There it is. Similar. Boom. Moved right back. Broke its new it broke to a new all-time high. STX off this same pattern. So let's look at CFX. It is directly at the monthly resistance here. It's like 42 cents. The highest point in March of 23, it traded to 48, so 50 cents. I would say just rounding to 50. Great place. I'm going to place an alert right now. If CFX trades to 50 cents, it is very likely, in my opinion, to move. Geez, it's like hard to even judge. It's hard to even judge where it would go. Back to its all-time high, seems likely. $1.80. Likely going to see that just clean dollar mark, as you always do, come into play. Great profit-taking target. It's always there. We'll have to figure out. I stopped playing music during the live because it was just problematic. We'll have to do like a vote in the community. We'll do it in the Discord. Discord.gg/TomCrown. As to if we want to have music on the streams or not. I kind of like it with them, but then I have to wear the headphones. They're not comfortable. Well, these ones aren't. They're old. Since we don't really have anything above this point, this is kind of it. This is kind of it. We can talk about psychological levels or numbers, $1, $1.50. They're always in play. But we have nothing. We have nothing here. If CFX breaks 50 cents, I think it goes to $1 incredibly fast. And I would not be surprised to see it test its all-time high at $1.85. Measured move from just this setup is pretty, is very pretty. $2.37. We'll do the moon math. I think it's going to be a crazy one. The moon math on CFX, 28, 29. I don't know if I want to call that, but that's just the same analysis. Friendly reminder to anyone tuning in not familiar, you got to break the all-time high. You break the all-time high, we can use these extensions. This is kind of a weird chart because it doesn't have a lot of what the other charts have to work with. There's not much above this point. But once the all-time high breaks, then we can use our fib extension and look for taking profit targets. And for this one to be $28.50. At 40 cents right now, that's a hard call. That's a hard call to make. Let's see what happens. Let's see if it can break 50. That's going to be hella spicy if it does. Will there be any entry? Doesn't look like it. Doesn't look like there's going to be much entry. Let's see. If we assume it rejects, look, I'm getting trapped in the same chart again. No, I got to keep moving. Got to keep moving. Let's do it this way instead. We are directly at this point, though, at the monthly resistance, the last point of resistance and likely the strongest, in my opinion. 50 cents is still a move away. To break that high in March will be the signal, in my opinion. Going long right here, right now, especially on leverage, seems like a crazy idea. We don't long into resistance. We don't short into support. But if you're in this, congrats. If you're not and you want to be, I'd be looking for that retracement. I wouldn't be looking to market order it now. If you're doing spot and you're going to DCA this, go nuts. Just go nuts. Bitcoin has not moved at all. It's not moved at all. What is this Clore? Steve, why are you talking about Clore? What is Clore? It's kind of a cool chart, though. Not that much history to work with, unfortunately. MEXC, BitGet, a bunch of other crap I've never heard of. Got enough market depth to look at it. Interesting, you know, just looking at MEXC here, and even just Gate.io, and even BitGet, interesting. There's a lot more resistance. There's a lot more depth to the upside. So meaning there's a lot more liquidity to buy than there is sell. On this Clore.ai, I guess it's an AI thing. A lot more liquidity. 400 more subscribers and you get a silver plaque. I know. I'm going to unbox it live, baby. Ooh, I can't wait. I'm going to sleep with that plaque under my pillow. And we get a check mark on our channel. It's big stuff. Big stuff. Only 8 more subscribers to 99. Only 7 more to 99.6K. We can do it. We can do it. Clore. Should I look at Clore? I did kind of like the brief. I did like the line chart that I saw of it. Let's see if I can get a good one. God, I love these crypto. Oh, this is Core. Duh. Troy McClure coin. Clore. Oh, looks like BitGet listed it rather recently. 𝐒𝐿 in typical 𝐒𝐿 fashion, listing it very early. Wow, that's a big fly. They're a big fly. It's not a horsefly, thank God. They're mean-ass horseflies here. All right, looks like 𝐒𝐿 is going to give us the best chart on this one. It is basically at an all-time high. Last week, it was in price discovery at an all-time high. Not a lot of data to work with here, but I do kind of like what I'm seeing. Remember, I talk about charts. They're not endorsements of coins. They're just candles and data I'm looking at. I don't know anything about this. What I do like here on the month, November 23rd into December, you were at all-time high. You closed at all-time high for the monthly. You saw some retracement. Then in February, closed a monthly higher, but didn't break the all-time high. This month you did. Here's what I like. In this month, you have come back to potentially test that resistance from last year on the month as support. That's a good setup. That's a good setup. That's what you want to see. You don't want to see shit losing recently painted resistance, a support from recently painted resistance. On the week, we have not seen much of a move down. 26.2. Could be an entry at 26.2 to 26.8. We haven't had a clean back test on the weekly. That is still probable, still possible. I think this is how I would approach it. I don't really plan on taking any of this trade. I'm not going to even put a trade up. But if I were, I'd probably be looking in this zone. It's probably be a pretty nice zone to look to snag a position if you're interested in this coin. 0.5 or right around that 26 mark. Maybe 25 cents, 26 cents would be solid. Using our fib extension, 54.8 looks like our 1618 target, our measured move at 82. Both beautiful profit-taking targets. You know what? I said I wouldn't do it. I'm not doing this, but I'm still going to place it. 3.3 to 1. Blah. I don't know if it's like I got vape juice in it or what, man. It is not happy. Maybe it's allergies. It's like 70 degrees out again. I can see this 3 to 1 risk to reward, 110% upside, risking 36% downside. I like it. It's a good trade. I'm not taking it. Should probably do FET. Let's do FET quickly. I got to bang out like a few of these I said I would do because I'm a man of my word. And we've already been live for an hour and 30. We're not ending this live until we at least have 99,600 subscribers. We need 5 more. I'm not going to end the stream immediately when we get them, so don't like think you shouldn't. Do it though. Hit them. We need 5 more. I know we have 5 people out there who are going to gain value from this channel. We are live here, publishing content daily. FET hit 288 and it seems to have chilled out a little bit. I don't see a rejection yet. Our projected path for FET still on the table, though looking less likely for a pullback back to our previous major resistance, broke resistance, looking to test that, cement it as support, paint another higher low. And then mega move to the 1618, back to, this is like ideal TA, back to this resistance that will be painted if we do retrace to 119. And I don't know, man. It looks incredibly likely that FET will go to $5 this year. It's interesting that the retracement here, the extension that we get if it does move from 288 to 119, our measured move sits at $8.50, which is really interesting because if you look at the biggest extension that we can make, right about at $8.50 is our 1618. So we have confluence of our fib levels here. If you don't know what I'm talking about, check out the playlist after the live. We have a great fib video that will get you caught up to speed. 99,600. Let's go, Sean. Let's go, boys. Oh, less than 400 people can ever claim to be in the sub 100,000 Tom Crown subscriber club. What's up, Boxels? Getting that membership. Appreciate you, my friend. Appreciate you. It's a D-Pin project. I don't know why the short stream is so dead today. I tried out. So here's what I've been trying to do. I've been doing the mobile stream. I've been giving them like more clickbaity, more retail-y titles, like Solana's pumping and like meme coins. But it doesn't really seem to be working. Maybe I shouldn't do that. Because I've given that an attempt twice. And both times they've had kind of lackluster results. So maybe I should just copy the today's title. Let's see if that changes it. Let's see if that does anything. We'll see. Just need 399 more. 395 more. Let's go. FET, bully. Entry possible 119. Let's go, FET. Let's go. That'd be a hell of a trade, man. If that pulls back to 119, it's just such a flawless trade. It's such a good chart. I've been obsessed with that chart for a while. What's next? PYTH also running. PYTH. It's like a Mike Tyson coin. PYTH. Not a lot of history here, not a lot to work with, but it did break its all-time high. So let's just look for extensions, and that's all we need. Kind of immediate upside targets of 122, 150. The more macro extension for the highest point to the lowest point for PYTH 210. This is probably where I'd look to shave some position off if I had bought ever on it. 2 measure move at 363, that would also be great. If I had bought, let's say, I don't know, 100 PYTH, just to make it easy. If I had bought 100 PYTH anytime here, I would probably look to sell 25 of them at 210. I would go place the limit orders now, and then I would look to sell another 25 of them at 363. If both of these filled, that's the best case scenario. I still have 50 of them, or half of what I started with. So if you think, no, this coin is the next pan diagram, pedirogerum, I don't even know what that word is. Let's go into infinity. Oh, you still have half of it. But what you've done is you've de-risked, you've taken your principal out. You no longer will be emotionally attached to the direction this coin goes. If you have your money out and it goes down, you can't lose money. There's no scenario where you end up with negative balance. If it continues going up, you got your principal out and you're still riding the wave, so you don't feel the FOMO as hard. There it is. Easy. Easy, boys. It really is that easy if you let it be. If you let it be, it really is. Monthly just looks weird. Nothing else. Moving on. You know what? They're actually not in the title. I don't have to go over all of them. I'm not going to go over all of them. It's not in the title. I said in the beginning I was mistaken. Render at $11. Let's zoom in on Render because I know people are watching it. Our trade never filled, unfortunately, but that's just how it goes in the bull run. You'd rather not get filled than get a bad fill. Bottom fishing, baby. There's really nothing in the way of Render at this point. I would not take this trade personally, but I will place it using the previous daily, about $8, found resistance before we had our wick, moved higher, untested resistance. This would be great. It's not guaranteed to happen, but that may give us an entry at $8. That's over a 25% move to the downside. That is probably worth waiting for. I would use my stop at underneath the wick low from March 4th. Done. And so now we're going to reverse engineer this trade. 1-to-1. Where do we get a 3-to-1? Or whatever risk you're comfortable with. I like 3-to-1. If you need to feel better about your trades, do a 1-to-1 or 2-to-1. You'll win more trades, but you won't profit any more than you would with the 3-to-1. You'll just win more. That would give a target of like 14, 15. I think that's solid. If you're in a spot position, I probably would be holding on. Probably be waiting for this like 25, 50. This 50 even to 63. This is where I would look to set my limit sells for spot for Render. Maybe shave some at 25. Then look at like 50 to 63. Beautiful. Ethereum also following Bitcoin really at this point. They had their Duncannon upgrade. Let's take a look here. Ethereum has kind of like a notoriously crappy history of upgrades, in my opinion. The merge was not something that really did anything, at least like to price. I'm not talking about the chain. I think the merge was down here, November 22. Just trended down. People were hype. This is against Bitcoin, not against dollars. Here we are this week. We have the Duncannon upgrade or whatnot. FBTC did not find legs on it yet, but has been doing good without finding legs against Bitcoin at this point. It had a pretty monstrous rally. Now, what does concern me on Ethereum is last week we had a wick back to 3,300. A wick back there. Testing support, stopping out longs, moving higher. We did move into the $4,000 range. This is just another psychological issue. People taking profit at numbers that are easy. Yay. Typically, I would be looking for this, but I don't feel as comfortable with this wick here, so I don't know if I have a trade for Ethereum, at least not on a higher time frame like the week. I don't really have it on the month. If Ethereum doesn't do much into the end of this month, March, in April, there may be a very cheeky play down at that 3,300 mark. If it happens this month, I won't be as excited or as confident, but in April, monthly back test of 3,300, that could be enough to send you to the all-time high. Honestly, I'm not convinced that Ethereum isn't going to an all-time high this month, though. I've been of the opinion of that for a while, and I think I'm just going to stick with it. On the day, kind of echoing the concept of if the low is in today and we go up in the weekend, these are some really bullish wicks. There's some very technical, nice bounces going on. There's no guarantee that they'll hold. We could easily sell off further, but even just looking at Ethereum really quickly, right back to our daily order block. So kind of the narrative here, you've been climbing, you whipped out leverage positions on March 5th, trading high and low, settling up as a red candle, bullish engulfing, painting an order block of support below you. Ethereum moved up. If it comes back to the order block, retests its high, that's a really bullish setup, and again, you'd be looking for a test of the all-time high. If it trades below, it gets a little sketchier. I don't really have a good position. I think like this was it. I think it had already happened by the time we went live. Like this. Basically just targeting the order block. Targeting the bottom of the order block, I'd say. Stop below the wick, and just back to your daily highs, 40.6. Maybe just under 40,000. That's a slick 6-to-1. You can pull your stop down or leave it up for a higher risk to reward. BNB bonkers. Really fast, going to go through the high caps. BNB itching for an all-time high. I don't understand crypto if BNB doesn't go to an all-time high this month. It has been under the radar, sleeping, no hype, which is the opposite of its rally in 21. And now it's back to the all-time high. Like, insanity. It's insanity. There could be some kind of scalp play here. I don't think this is a good trade. But maybe some kind of scalp play. Maybe. No, you know what? This is a better one. 500. 500 has not been tested since it was broken. Let's see what this looks like. Here's the all-time high. 700, basically. It's all but there. If you could get a move to 500, that'd be beautiful. I don't know. I don't know if it'll come. But even just back to the all-time high of 700, 3.6-to-1, that means you could, in theory, move your stop lower if you'd like. Maybe under 420. I don't know. Something tells me BNB is going to have a good run in this bull market. It's not my favorite coin, obviously. We don't really look at exchange coins often. But I love the fact that just no one's really paying attention to it. Such a bullish sign in crypto. That's what I was saying about Bitcoin earlier. 1572 is your 1618 extension. If you break the all-time high, great profit taking target for BNB. I don't actually have anything to say about XRP. Close above last week's open, and you're looking all right. On the day, you have your lows still coming up, which seems to always be true. So still trending up despite this sell-off. Trading below 58.5 cents on XRP is going to start to look very ugly. It's going to look very ugly, and it's going to suggest a trip to the bottom of our triangle here, which at this point is only 46 cents. It's not that big of a drop. Cardano trading sideways. Looks like stopping out some longs here. I think it's going to $1, baby. That's beautiful. It's beautiful. $1. Doge, I kind of went over quickly earlier. I don't have much to add. But just to rehash, Doge hit 20 cents, saw a pretty harsh rejection. If you're looking for an entry, it probably was on the 5th. But if you get another shot at this zone, we'll call it 12.7 to 13.7 cents. That's going to be some value. That's going to be a valuable zone. I think Doge is going to 25 cents regardless if it comes down here or not. I think it's going to 25 cents. That is the final boss of resistance. If it can close a week or a month, hell, even a day over 25 cents, I'll feel more comfortable at like 27. But I think it's going back to the all-time high very quickly. Once it's able to retake that level, I think it goes back very quickly. This is it, boys. On the month. This is where all the retail was trapped. This is where all the resistance is going to be. Right in this zone. Not a lot above it. Not a lot above that zone. There wasn't that much here. That's why we saw a real quick move. Break 75 cents and look for $4 in this bull run. If you're absurdly or obscenely bullish on Doge, you might even be looking for like 12 measured move. Crazier things have happened. If you look at the last run for Doge, it well exceeded the measured move. Well exceeded. Measured move, 33 cents. That was impossible back here. That was impossible. It was under a penny. 33 cents was impossible. 1618 to $4. Very, very possible. Very likely even, I'd say. 12, it's getting there, but it's not something we haven't seen on Doge in the past, so not crazy. Link, I'm going to bang this out. Banging this out and getting back to the chat. Link, having a great month. Might not look like it. You might not feel it. It's having a great month. Link did trade to a new 24 high, $22. In this month, it's also traded to $16, which might sound bad, but it's not. And let me tell you why. Clean it up. Transparency, I have like some Link. I don't have like a lot of Link. I don't know, like $100. Monthly order block right here. Below it, inefficiency. Link blasted through its inefficiency. We were looking at this zone. 16, 17 bucks. Took its time. Took its time. Ran into that resistance. Took its time. That's kind of what I expect from Doge at 25. Last month blasted through. This month now back to the top of that order block. If it can hold its low into March's close, $27 to $30 for Link is very close. Very, very close. That is great. Doesn't look great, but that's great. Why does that look so weird? You can see it on the day. Beautiful. Kind of, I don't even know what pattern to call this, but resistance at monthly resistance at the order block. You broke above it, setting higher highs, wicked higher high. That's an uptrend, baby. Uptrend above support. Where do you target the next resistance? $27 to $30. If you can get a swing at 1680, that's probably a good entry. This is not really my style of trading. I don't like to do trades like this. But you guys do different stuff at home. I can see something like this. Better than buying the very top of a green candle. Here's the last one. $6 broke. We were looking for $6 in the last stream. I think $6 now could be the entry. Targeting 13. Stop around. Just under 5 would be solid, actually. 6.11 or $6. Stop just under that $5 mark. TP at $13. Let me see if this lines up because I got to be sure it's not an old chart. Nah, that looks right. That looks right. Yeah. If NEAR closes its monthly above 6.11, at worst, I think in April, we see a back test of 6.11. I'd rather see it this month. Back test of 6.11 and a move to that $13 mark. Drop the mic. It's done. It's done. Let's pull up Bitcoin. Bitcoin has officially done nothing during this live stream. Absolutely nothing. But you guys did something. We did break 99,600 subscribers today. And that's very nice. That's very nice. 100K next week, easy. Easily. All right. Let me see. What's going on? We still have almost 800 viewers on the main stream. You can come join us if you're on another platform, youtube.com/TomCrown. 440 likes. We did it, fam. It's not the most likes we've ever gotten, but I'll be damned. We got it. We did it. We hit the 420 mark. After this live stream, I will honor my Blaze commitment. Because of you. And you all should do so. Mius tipped 2 Chiefs. Can check out Nosana. Congrats on the 400K soon. Well, I appreciate the grats, my friend. Appreciate the grats. It's good stuff. Nosana. Nos. It's got a cool ticker. Got a cool ticker. The hell is this? Something fishy about that. Something fishy here. What's fishy? Market cap $500 million. Okay. I was kind of expecting lower. Again, Gate. Gate being, it's like Gate and 𝐒𝐻 are just like, they're the only ones with listings of like all this stuff. I know people are looking for gems right now. Should we change this channel into like a gem hunting channel? This is the opposite of Tom Crown. I'm dynamic. I can compromise. Gate.io looks like Radium. I think that's a Solana swap. I hate these. I hate these like swaps. I hate them because you can't see a chart. 𝐒𝐻, let's see. 2% depth is really kind of low for $500 million market cap. Not gonna lie. Some of the smaller market caps we looked at today had more 2% depth. This is good. 19K on both sides for Radium and the Solana, the native Solana swap. Good time to remind you guys, in the video description below is a link to all of our partners. Sign up with any of them. Jump in the Discord, discord.gg/TomCrown, and you'll get exclusive VIP access to our trading group. That's it. Costs you nothing. I don't want your money. I don't want your money. Well, I'll take your affiliate money. I'll take some of the exchange's money. I don't need your money. I guess we could look at this, maybe. We've done a lot of charts though, guys. I don't know. This is how I get caught up doing charts forever, is I just keep looking, keep reading it. Who's on my shirt? I don't know. Kind of looks like Naruto-y, but it's not Naruto. Got like the Nibu mask. I think it's just some random anime chick. Random a chick. Gamersubs.gg. That's where the shirt's from. They got some cool stuff. Ooh woo. Take a break. Thanks, Sean. I need like a lives like neon sign or something, but instead of it being live, it just says take a break. And maybe it goes on every like 10, 15 minutes just to remind me. Vila Senor did not get the memo. I'll pull the chart up for you. I am not holding any flux. I don't have any. I don't have anything against flux. I just don't have any. There you are. There you are. Flux do look like it wants 240. Right to resistance, baby. Something like that. Got an alert set for 150. We were looking for 150 in the previous streams. We tapped it yesterday. Not the worst sell-off from there either. It's not bad. These did not fill. That's okay. It's okay. Wild ride. What's up, BG? You're waiting for SEI to move. Yeah. I said SEI earlier, like in the beginning of the stream. Just hadn't really done anything. It kind of is reminding me, though, of INJ. In the sense of it hit resistance an all-time high, and now it's kind of like consolidating above it. It's not a bad look. Obviously, this wick broken is not good. Is DOT dead? I don't think so, man. I don't know. Are you a DOT fan? How many DOT fans do we have? I said Jupiter. I never pulled it up. I feel like a dick. DOT's fine. That's fine. Why do you think it's dead? It is very rare. It's a very unusual occurrence for a crypto to be dead. Very unusual. Bad. Jupe looks like it wants 210. I don't trust that. In my defense, this is where I was talking trash on Jupe. It is like 60-ish, 65-ish cents. Back here. Really, it's hard to tell with these wicks. Like, this is going to be a 1 second wick on listing. The listing wicks are like the biggest shitters. Like, they just jank up charts. I'm still learning and observing if I should use them or not in my analysis, or just ignore them. There's a lot of trapped orders for Jupe up to 210, but if it breaks 210, could see $5. I don't know. There doesn't seem to be much there. I mean, I guess your retracement, but this wick is just kind of BS. It's doing good. It's doing better than I thought it would do. I can say that with full confidence. Doing better. Octaspace. Man, the vertical stream just did not. It was slapping on some of these days. It was slapping. It had 12 viewers. I wonder why. Wonder what happened there. Oh. Is what it is. I think that's where a lot of our subscribers were coming from. You look at 𝐂𝐽𝐫, not really, but 𝐂𝐽𝐫, we didn't. 𝐂𝐽𝐫 is at a good spot. God damn. Here I go again. You guys get me caught up. 𝐂𝐽𝐫 is at a good spot here. I looked at it this morning. You do not want to see 𝐂𝐽𝐫 trade below this wick. This was part of the reasoning I was saying of, if the low is in and we move back to highs, a lot of these charts have some really technical strong spots, like monthly resist, right back, boom. Like, that is, on the month, that's beautiful. Bullshit. That should have been lower. Yeah. No, I'm not going to change it. Not going to change it. That doesn't do anything for anyone. Bounce here or yuck. It's not the end of the world for 𝐂𝐽𝐫 if it doesn't. But man, it gets way less pretty if it doesn't bounce here. It's like 12.84 cents. Like, this isn't bad. This is not a bad climb. Like, if you can bounce here, that's not bad. Right there. That was the entry. In peril. You know, this low time frame on Bitcoin is looking better, though. It is looking better. We were talking about it a little LTF inverse head and shoulders potential, and it does look like it's playing out. It does. Not a bear flag. I'm sure bears will call it a bear flag today. This is not a bear flag. It could become a bear flag. It's not a bear flag yet. You can't have a bear flag with more than one test of the same resistance. For it to be a bear flag, you have to have lower highs and higher lows. This does not have that. This has a flat top, and its lows have been progressively coming up. Does look like it's going to retest that flat top again. I think that inverse head and shoulders is going to play out. You do have a lot of distance up, though, without making much impact on the chart. Like, this whole area, you could see Bitcoin do this. And, like, this isn't exciting. It doesn't get us out. It doesn't put us back in this. There's a lot of ground to make up. I guess that's like 71.8. That's not that big. It's not that big. 71.8. 81, 88, 68.1, 71.8. Too many numbers, bros. Too many numbers. OTW. What's up, the publisher? You know what? I know you guys might be appreciating that vertical stream. I hope you are. I do it for you. But I'm going to end that one. I'm going to close that one down. Something's wrong with it. I don't know what's wrong with it, but something's wrong with it. Maybe YouTube decided it didn't like it. There we go. Big time. Not the best looking chart. Not the best. Weird. Big time's like one of the only ones that didn't keep ripping. We'll see. That's not bad. I think this trade is wildly irresponsible. But I don't think it's the worst trade ever. Something like this. Your invalidation being March 4th's wick low. If you trade below that, you're not in an uptrend. You are in an uptrend right now. Even with this move right here, you're still in an uptrend locally. Your lows are coming up, your highs are coming up. Break that low, you're not really in that uptrend anymore. You break that low and you start looking for this. There you are, there's big time. You a big time man. Do I see us having a bloody weekend? We haven't had a bloody weekend in a long time. So for us to see one, that wouldn't be that crazy. That wouldn't be crazy at all. Do I think we're going to see one? That's a harder question. It's hard to, it's really like, it's just like foolish to bet down still. I know that we've seen price move down, and I know it will be foolish to bet down at the top. Wherever the top of this bull run is, it will be foolish to bet down. That is how the top is. It's foolish to bet up at the bottom of a bear market, because there is going to be the least, like confluence of indicators and evidence. Like, that's just how it is. But at the moment, I just don't know why I would bet down. Let's see. Where's Friday? Friday to Friday. Let's see. The last few weekends. Friday, Saturday, Sunday up last weekend. Saturday, Sunday. Sunday up weekend. Saturday, Sunday up weekend. We have to go all the way back. No, even in February, down up, but we still closed higher than Friday back in February. Here we go, February 9th, up on the weekend. February 2nd, we have to go back to February 2nd to have a single weekend where we saw continued selling throughout the weekend. It was only a 3% sell-off, so it was like barely even a move. You could argue it was sideways. But because we love charts and data here, there you go. February 2nd was the last time we had a weekend that wasn't up. January up. Post-ETF approval. Even post-ETF approval. That was still mostly sideways. January 13th and 14th was like the first down weekend in like local history. So I would say it's not a great bet. It might be a good bet to say, well, I could see this moving lower on Saturday, right? I can see kind of bounce, Saturday, looking for a lower low. But to bet that Sunday will be down is a really rough bet. I'm going to have to see more red Saturdays, or Sundays. Sorry, betting on a red Sunday. I'll have to see more of them to take a bet like that personally. We have seen so much buying price action overnight on Sundays into Monday's market open. That makes sense. Basically, especially if you're an OTC desk. Buy it up on Sunday, make ETFs open and buy it higher from you on Monday, and then sell it, right? Really good spot, really good price to look for. We did this in the beginning a while ago. 63.8. If we see continued selling on Saturday, maybe a solid place for an entry. It is an unfilled, inefficient point in the market, and we have seen those filled over and over and over again. Over and over and over. You're the 618. Meh. We'll see. 99,626. Hell yeah. 750 watching. Good stuff. Very good stuff. I have two of the same chat open. That's weird. I'm going to end this poll. We got a lot of the votes. Thank you. 1.3 thousand votes. 78% of us looking for a dip. Trying to dip that chip. 21% looking for a crash. That did come up since the beginning. DOT looks insanely good. It's looked insanely good. We have been yelling about DOT. I don't know anything about DOT's technology or utility or just the chart. Since last month we were looking at DOT. DOT was our example. It was DOT and Matic were our examples of charts to look for. Charts to look for. Charts to look like this. This was down here at like the $7, $8 mark. You're looking for this. Broke through. If you're lucky, you get 864 for an entry. Just like DOT, Matic, also similar on that monthly time frame. It was the other example of charts to look for. It was your homework. Ooh, those low time frames. Here we go. Same thing. Matic and DOT both did the same thing. Closed bullish engulf on the month, went to higher highs. Matic pushed into resistance. Seems to be holding here pretty well. If this is your first dip, buddy, one day Tom will look at it. What am I looking at? What is one day? Huge tax harvesting going on. Yeah, I guess people could be selling for tax time. Today is quad witching day. Is it really, Riker? Wait, is it the last Friday of... No, that's on the last Friday or second last Friday, right? It can't be quad witching day today, is it? Doesn't really matter, but I'm curious. Oh, you're right. It's on the third Friday of March. Touche. I shouldn't have doubted you. It's the third Friday. It is quadruple witching day. I wish I would have had that for the title. That's a great title. Sounds spooky. This is typically, yeah, when people sell to cover their tax burdens from the year before. Typically. If this is it, if that's all I got, man, we are so bullish. So bullish if that's all we got. Say we have BTC options. Yeah. Expiry. Send it. You know what? I want to thank all of you. I want to thank you. Just the letter A. A lot of vagine. Always here. Appreciate you. Anglo. Still here from the beginning. Hell yeah, dude. BG. Christian Castillo's here again. Cool J. I don't know if this is your first time here today, but if it's not, my bad. I don't recognize your name, but it's good to have you. Crypto Friend, ET, Fajuta Bus, Dr. Crypto. These are all familiar names. J. Samuel. McCullich. Jeremy still here. Copernicus still here. Lion in my pocket still here. What's up, Liz? 𝐒𝐈𝐆𝐍. What up, Liz? How you doing, girl? How your moon bags? Menia Kishore, Mr. Pumpalot, Mr. Jake the Snake, NM Nero still here. That's dedication. Nuvasone, Rikers Beard, Ruga, Scott, Sean, Softshell, Sector Sin, TM, Tillman, Pickle, Wile E. Coyote, Zeke and Monkey, and everyone else. What's up, TM? Triple, quadruple, tumple witching day. It's all of them. It's Friday, guys. We got 420 likes. It's time to go have a brew. It's time to jump in the Discord, chat with the boys tonight. Get in there. Discord.gg/TomCrown. Do it. We got Chirpow on the 20th, and if you're not there, you're uninvited to my birthday party. You don't want to be uninvited. On the 20th. Mark your calendars. Find the stream. I set it up today. Click notify me. It's going to be bonkers. It's going to be wild. It's going to be a good time. We didn't get to 100K this week, boys, but it's inevitable. Just like Bitcoin to 100K, it's coming. Just like your favorite meme, your favorite coin, to whatever price you have, it's inevitable. Keep up the energy. Keep up the spirit. Do something good for yourself this weekend. And if you find yourself panicking or rushing, remind yourself that doing nothing in a bull market is often the best thing to do. Doing nothing. Be kind to yourselves. I love you guys. I'll see you in the Discord. Jump in there. Say hi. Crown out. Happy Friday.